guys, it is Megan up at Camp Sunshine, or I should say down, because I'm downstairs today. It might be a bit more echoey, but this is actually where I'm going to try to start doing my videos, because I have this gorgeous kitchen that I had Martin build us, and to never use it seems such a shame, and it actually is much more well appointed to do the things like what I'm going to do right now, which is we were blessed with a wonderful haul. We've actually got an abundance of these are chanterelle mushrooms. So fun fact, when I first met Mr. Taylor, which was, gosh, coming up on 15 years ago, I think, and he used to always talk about when he was a boy that was one of the things that he did with his parents was go mushroom hunting, specifically chanterelles, white chanterelles, which was so interesting to me because that is not something I ever did, having grown up in Connecticut and in New Haven. There weren't mushrooms kicking around that I was hunting. And as my journey to recovery began, one of the things that I leaned on heavily was what I used to call our church drives, which was we'd just get in the truck and we'd drive out of the city into nature. And every single fall, he would become obsessed with me looking in, and it's very hard to spot them because, as you notice, they are very much like the color of the leaves when they turn yellow. And so they are often found, I think Sean's much better at this. I think you need a fir tree, you need ferns, and you need moss. And all of those things create an environment that these thrive in. And they are wonderful and delicious. We looked for them and never found them. Now he has just told me that there was one time that we found them, and I don't remember that. But jump forward to 5 years ago when we bought the property. In the very first season that we were here, we found a few in our front yard and then have not found any. And in the last 2 days, this is what we have found on our property. So we're growing our own chanterelles. So they are, I mean, nutritionally, you can Google it. I mean, I don't claim it. I've got a little thing on my wall that I'm going to defer to. So they have a whole bunch of anti in them. They have antioxidants, antimicrobial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, anti-cancer. They've got fiber and amino acids. It can increase bone health, and it can help with your liver function. And what else does it have? There's amino acids and a bunch of vitamin D. It has a lot of vitamin D and A and E and C and potassium, and I can't read the copper and iron. So they're really good for you. And as I said, they're very delicious. So I've been cooking them up fresh, and I will do a video of that because you do with a dry pan. There's so much moisture in these that rather than putting it in oil to begin with, where they be kind of soupy and swim, you start with a very hot cast iron grill and you put them in. And then at the very end, you put in your oil or your fat to absorb the flavor that you add, like salt and pepper and stuff. But I'll do a video on that some other time. So in the meantime, I have this amazing new food dehydrator. I'd love to show it to you, but I finally got this thing to sit still, so I don't want to move it. But we have a Magic Mill food dehydrator that has these lovely little mesh trays, and so I am going to cut these out kind of like that piece, and I'm going to line them on here, and I'm going to run it for about I lost my train of thought, sorry. Probably a total of 4 hours. I will start out at 125 for 2 hours, and I'll start checking it. And you want them to be dry and crisped and break. And then I will find an airtight storage bin, and in the future, rehydrate them and put them in soups and stir fries and things that we do this winter. Biggest thing for me to do this now is if I don't then I will eat all of these in the coming weeks and have none stored for winter. If I do this, I don't eat them as quickly. So this is a good way to avoid me consuming. And I think Sean's the same way because he absolutely loves these. So this is kind of a way for us to not pig out on it. And as he said, this is only one batch. I have a whole nother batch. So I'm gonna cut them up, going to run it in the dehydrator, I'm going to find a airtight bag. I probably will use one of those little silica packs. That's the anti molding agent, whatever you can put in. I haven't decided whether I'm going to put these in a, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So, but I will follow up with that because I'm beginning to try to figure out my food storage as I forage and save more and more. So that's it, I think, for this episode. This is again, I said, Chanterelle's Look at This Beautiful One. Oh my God, look at that. This is so cool. I love mushrooms. Okay. Hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I'll be back. Okay, excuse the whiny dog in the background. I have my trays loaded up. That is one of our 2 batches. And so I've cut them up into little 1/4 inch, and I am going to do time. I am going to do 2 hours. Okay, and temp, I'm going to do 125. Oops. No. Okay. There we go. There you have it. Mushrooms in the hatch. Dog whining.